That's super simple. They could have anybody they wanted. Anybody. They just had to offer $1 million. I'm serious.
Your behavior of the last 2 weeks has been extremely self-destructive.
And destructive.
The crazy thing to me about the Oscars is that they don't just give a bunch of money to one of any of the 5 top female comedians like Tiffany Haddish, Sarah Silverman, anybody, Amy Schumer. Give them $1 billion and have them host the Oscars and look like you actually know what you're doing. It seems very simple to me. But, you know, I'm spending other people's money. I don't, you know, it's easy from here and not the AV Club.
Thank you very much for having me tonight at the Shorty Awards, the waiting at the DMV of award shows. I'm so excited to be presenting this glass vagina.
I was surprised by the reaction both in the room and then after. But it was a really good lesson, I think, about the way to do my comedy now in this age of like everyone can just like tell you what they feel right away, you know, about what you're doing. And you really have to have a thick skin in a lot of ways and like know, and you also have to really go at your joke in a very pure and like honest way, because if you confuse it at all, you really, you know, you shouldn't be doing it. And I think I skated that line a little bit there, but no, I'll do it again. But I think what I learned was how it will make me feel after is not the way I thought it would. Like I knew what I was doing. I knew they asked me to do a bit. They wanted me to like, you know, I had an open-ended amount of time to be funny. I don't think they expected that I would like, you know, trash their show, but that's the comedy I like. Like, you know, Jimmy Kimmel, who's one of my, you know, idols, goes to ABC upfronts every year and destroys their slate, right? Like it's tongue and like you got to laugh at yourself. And I kind of thought that's what would happen, but I'm consistently reminded, especially with younger generations, sound like an old man, but there's a lack of sense of humor. You know, people aren't as keen to laugh at themselves now. So you gotta be careful, you know, because, you know, there were some articles that said that I was bullying, you know, and like, I did not want to do that. You know, that was not the intention. Telling that girl to go back to college was not my intention. You know, that's like, it seemed like the right thing to say to her. Like, hey, I'm a little older. I think you should invest in college. Like, though it can be thought of as mean, I meant no malice. I thought everyone would be okay to laugh at themselves, but they were not. My career is kind of non-existent anyway. You know, there's not, I'm not up to host the Oscars, you know, so I kind of was calculating, like I knew that bit was going to be on the edge. I didn't think it would get picked up like it did. But I try not to think about it, but of course, like I'm worried. I'm terrified of my career. Like, that's all I have. I got 3 kids. I don't know how, you know, I would never want to go out like that, you know, but at the same time, it's my job is to like test the waters and put my foot in and go over the line. So it's a precarious position, but at the same time, I think it's like, it's doable.